What is up, guys? Adriana Maya here, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Kiki Doll joining me today. She is a content creator, influencer, and avid on all your social media. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
So Kiki, let's knock out the easy stuff. How did you even get interested in like modeling and like being in the industry, really?
I mean, it was something that I was always interested in, glam and this, portrayal, modeling and stuff. It was something I was introduced to at an early age. And so it's just been a part of my background.
Really? I love that. It's something you grew up knowing you wanted to do.
That's awesome. Yeah.
I love that. And how long has it been since you've actually been like modeling and like actively pursuing the career?
I mean, I've been doing it for probably almost 20 years.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But as far as like this new genre of online stuff, this all happened like really just COVID.
I completely agree.
That's it. Like I just came on the scene during COVID.
So many people that I know who've been doing modeling, but that got online because of COVID. What was it about COVID happening? Was it just being at home all the time? Was it the influence you saw that other women were having? Even your friends maybe? Because I know for me personally, that's where me doing a lot of my own content came from. More so videos on my end, but I know you do a lot of photos and like you set up scenes and stuff for yourself. So is that really where you dove into it, or is it something that kind of gradually built and when COVID came, you were just like, okay, I'm pulling the trigger now?
It was just a different approach to things. It was a different platform.
Yeah.
At the time, I think we all got involved in living life through media, through our screens and phones and social media platforms. So it really changed with COVID.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree.
Yeah.
I found a lot of girls who weren't necessarily having success with shooting with companies, just because companies only shoot a certain amount of scenes a month, obviously. And most of the time they have those girls picked out ahead of time, unless there's cancellation. So a lot of new girls who are really thriving and doing their own content really saw a pickup with COVID. Was that something you also saw? Like your revenue just increased, the demand also increased?
I wouldn't say so. I would say I'm kind of still navigating it a bit. And it was just a different outlet. It was another outlet for me.
Yes.
That's what it was,
What has been the biggest surprise that you found delving into the other side of it, really interacting with fans and things like that?
Debating how much of myself I really want to let the world see.
Yes, okay. I get you on that completely, for sure. That is something that you definitely have to cope with, and I think over time it really does change. I'm sure it's changed for you from going from only doing like photos and things like that. And did you ever do promo or anything like that, music videos, or was it all just like photos and stuff, working with different photographers and then working on your own content?
Mostly photographers and a little bit of both, working on my own content and photographers. But yeah,
I love that. That's actually so cool. So you've been given a time to really sculpt how you want to present yourself and stuff, because it's been most of your own stuff.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, it's something I've definitely invested some time.
Yeah. Do you have any girls that you like to work with? I know a lot of girls, especially that are like Florida based, they have kind of like a trope of ladies that they like to shoot with and stuff that are kind of like-minded with them.
I mean, I'm not Florida based.
Oh, really? Where are you from?
Well,
I know originally you're from Hawaii.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So I've lived a few places on the West Coast, California, Vegas.
You like to travel.
I'm in New York now. I've lived in New York for about 10 years now.
How amazing. What a dream. Do you love it?
I mean, I've definitely enjoyed it.
I'm like 10 years. You haven't
From
left.
the pineapple to the Big Apple, I've definitely navigated my way and found novelties and found a way to make it work for me.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's amazing. I mean, you kind of got to in a place like New York. Everything's very fast. It's very expensive. So I'm like, you've definitely got to have a hold on your income and everything. What has been the biggest shocker that you've had in a sense of something that you can actually make money on through our industry?
Well, one that I would definitely, Findom.
Yes, absolutely. When I first got it, they wanted me to do it because I was 18. So they just wanted me to do a lot of, well, I'm 18, stuff like that. I mean, I was very tiny then too. So I never got the chance to do Findom, but I saw Club Dom, as an old Tom thing where it's like a hot girl, it's just beating up dudes, kicking them in the balls. Is that the type of stuff that you do? Because that's what I love. I'm fascinated by it. I've never done it, but I watch a lot of it. I do. I watch a weird amount of it. I don't know why, but I do. I love it.
I think definitely diving into that world, I have certain boundaries. So I feel like there's certain things that I can definitely see myself catering to.
Yes.
Different avenues that I would cater to that would make sense.
Yeah, for you.
Yeah, for me.
Well, I have plenty of friends. I have one friend who's never shown her face in anything. She's never shown her face. We actually went to high school together, which is why I think it's so funny because she's extremely popular. And I know that of her, but a lot of our mutual friends and just people that we also grew up, they have no idea that is her lifestyle now, and she doesn't have tattoos, so it's not like anyone would really recognize that. Do you have any tattoos or anything that would kind of give you away to the audience that's watching you or maybe paying attention to any of your work?
I don't know that it would be my tattoos that would people's attention. They're not looking at the tattoos.
Would you like to stand up and do a spin so they could understand maybe what you mean by that? I think that would be a perfect time for this segue. Right here, I'll push you back for a second, and you can just do a nice little cute spin for me. I mean, first off, that skirt is so cute.
Thanks.
Right, guys? I mean, right? Right? You're welcome. And, I try to do my best for the people. I'm really just here for them. And it's all I'm ever going to be here for, guys. Once you give up on me, this is it.
Oh, shit.
Well,
all right.
Not really. I'll just go back to real life. But I think I'm so invested in, the industry, the photography side, the creative side, and something I'll always be kind of invested in, something that's not really typical, like a 9-to-5. What do you think would have been your day job had you not been modeling and working on things like that of nature?
Oh gosh, maybe a psychologist. Maybe.
Whoa, that's a lot of schooling, girlfriend. I like that. That's dedication too, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, real estate has always been something that I thought about. Yeah.
Is that something that you think you would ever step into, maybe outside of the industry? Or is the industry kind of your home for a career life where you could dip into different avenues? Because in modeling, you could be get into casting, you could work for different companies with helping people with designing. There's so many things you could do. What's your path after modeling and being in front of the camera?
Definitely behind the camera. Yeah. Definitely not in the scenes. Sales. I think that's
the marketing aspect. Yeah, for sure. especially after you've been like after you're like the person people are looking at. I know what they want. Like that's so true. That is true. And because you also pay attention to the trends because you have to upkeep yourself and keep the maintenance on. What is some advice that you would give to some girls who maybe want to get into like the content creating and influencer / modeling status?
One more time, sorry.
What is some advice you would want to give to girls who wanted to get into like the influencer modeling status like that?
Invest in yourself. Definitely 100% invest in yourself in all aspects and educate yourself on who you're working with and trust your gut instincts and
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Has there ever been a time where you've gotten on set and you've just realized I'm not meshing with these people and you've decided to actually leave?
I mean, I've never gotten on set, so I'm not a...
No. I'm saying like, like I've worked with photographers.
Oh, okay.
Or just like kind of like the small talk that they made. I was like, I feel like you're kind of weird. Like,
I've been really blessed so far that
that's amazing.
I think and it's also my persona. It's also who I am. I'm a very genuine person. When I work with somebody or agree to work with somebody or invest in working with somebody, it's because I see what's behind it and I see talent and what I want to portray and stuff. Yeah, I want to be able. Yeah, I have an artistic mind. I have an artistic point of view, and I want to believe that the people I'm working with are also on that level.
Yes, absolutely.
Working in that dynamic.
Yes. So what would you say are some go-to things that you look for in someone that you know you want to work with? And it could be a photographer or another creator that is also doing like modeling. Passion. Okay.
Yeah.
I love that.
If you have passion for what you're doing and you have a vision and you have goals, then I feel like you're definitely you're going somewhere. And you have a personality that people can really appreciate and what you portray and stuff. And relate to. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Being a genuine person, that's overall the most important thing.
I completely agree. Have you found any people that you've worked with that you've actually realized like, I actually like this person. Like we could be like a real friend.
Oh, hell yeah. A lot of people that I work with because
I love that.
I mean, it's just a connection. I think, it's also a law of attraction. So the people that you generate energy with, it's like, it's something you're putting out as well. And in the same,
for sure.
Same,
for sure. I try to kind of monitor who I work with as well, especially because there were a lot of years when I was in porn specifically, like shooting for companies porn, where I didn't really get to choose who I worked with. And I ended up not liking a lot of those people. And a lot of my fans who'd watched me for forever, they'd be like, oh, I can definitely tell you didn't like them. Like, you did not look happy. And I was just like, oh, damn, like, fuck. Like, so now that I kind of do my own content, well, especially porn, but also just photography. And even now, like, people that I have on the show, I like having people that are kind of like-minded, or even just people that articulate themselves well. So even if we're not like-minded, we can have like a good discussion. I like that. I think it's fun. Do you have any projects that you've worked on that you want to give a shout out to or anything?
I mean, I've definitely worked with a bunch of great ladies so far in the industry that have really helped my numbers on certain platforms, people I've done content with, everybody from Riley, Shayna, gosh, so many people that support my page. Ms. Danny, like I love her.
Oh my God,
yes. I mean, there's just been a lot of people that like you said earlier, like if I have met them or if I've it's just been like, I guess that answers your question. Absolutely. Yeah. There's definitely been great people that I've spoken to in the industry that I felt a good connection with.
I actually love that.
And beyond that, like in every situation.
Yeah. But that's actually really good because
best friend too, Lauren. She's like, her and I have been ride or die.
I love that.
Through the COVID and all that. Yes.
See, and I feel like it's really been like a really uplifting time for women, which is odd because like there was a lot of sorrow also with COVID. But for women, it's been really good, especially women in our industry, because we've had a really good time to kind of unite with each other. Because one, we know we're all safe, we're all tested for COVID at the time, and also STDs, obviously, if you're working with people in that sense. But COVID is really the aspect I was referring to. And we had restrictions on like how much we had to be tested to work with people and stuff. And for models and stuff like that, it worked out really well because we were able to still work and be interactive with people. And then you could kind of quarantine yourself for a couple of days and then go about your life and see your family and stuff. So I think that's very cool. I think that's amazing that you made really good friendships and like really harnessed like some friendships from that. That's so cool. Is there any thing that you haven't worked on that's like a goal for you? Because you have done a lot. You said it's been 20 years and you've worked with arguably the top names in the industry throughout the time. And you've put out a plethora of content from strictly modeling to getting a little more edgy with softcore and things like that. But is there anything that's kind of on your list that you want to do?
Yeah, I've definitely got some projects in mind, and definitely I want to develop more of my foodie, big booty foodie.
Yes.
Personality. So cool. And there's some ideas that I have. I want to make templates for restaurants so that they're running properly and like there's consistency when you go to a restaurant. I have a lot of ideas. And overall, like, passion for food, like I have a passion for sex. So it's like you want to enjoy the experience. That's what it comes down to. It's an experience.
Yes.
You want to enjoy it on all levels. And so maybe like there's a weed. And speaking of, there's like THC restaurants. Maybe that's something I would love to get involved in too. Like, backing for those and all types of stuff.
Hell yeah.
Right?
Especially with the new legislation that's coming out on it and things like it might not. That'll work out very well for you. That's something I would love to keep an eye on, and we're definitely going to keep an eye on here at the Spliffs and Giggles. It has been so great to have you on, Kiki. You are so fun. I would love to have you on for like a discussion where we have a bunch of girls and we're kind of playing games, and then we'll get serious at one point, but we'll separate that from the fun shit.
That would be awesome.
But we'll get high and we'll all chat and have a good time. I think that would be lovely. You're so fun and sweet. I think we would have an amazing time. I am Adriana Maya. This is Kiki Doll. We just shot another episode of Spliffs and Giggles brought to you by the Red Eye District. Night, guys.